Look closely, you can see some wood scraps from the old canoe rental shop. Gemini Canoe and Firewood. Place was run by twin sisters, Cassie and Paula, I think. This was years ago. Used to rent out canoes to tourists, campers, pilgrims, folks like that. Must have had some kind of deal with the distillery. You'd always see a couple hard times boys posted up on the dock, peddling small boats to their customers. Cassie and Paula worked those old canoes to death, wrung every penny out of them. They only take one out of commission when it was truly, demonstrably dangerous, and you couldn't get a refund unless your boat was visibly taken on water. Side business in Firewood was a stroke of minor genius. Yeah, this clustered place makes a decent local museum. As good as history as I could ever tell. We arrived at a small houseboat neighborhood that sometimes hosted concerts for the pleasure of its residents, where Clara was scheduled that night to perform. Junebug and Johnny watched the show from the dockyard with the others. Act 4, Scene 9. A neighborhood. Oh. I remember this. I told you. Yeah, you don't have to say it. Only because it's always true. Haha. Should play at the flower shop. Serrano opened. He's having trouble with his tape machine, so he just droned out on the lap steel. He got really into it, and he went on for like forever. Everyone was falling asleep. Not everyone. I remember the air was warm, perfumed. You were playing with some petals you found on the floor, and I was looking at the ceiling. I remember the ceiling was glass. During the week, that room was a greenhouse. I don't know where they put all the plants when they had bands in. Maybe outside if the weather was nice. It was nice that night. Warm, smelled like spring. I remember the folding chairs, so uncomfortable, but I guess it was their only option. They had to pack everything up during the week so there'd be room to display the flowers. Wow, look at Ezra. He's wrapped. Yeah, he's really into it. So, were we talking about him earlier at the gas station? Sure, I haven't forgotten, Cricket. Cool. Yeah, I know. What do you think? About Ezra traveling with us for a while. We were in the back, passing messages in code. We used a code of our own design, inscrutable to observers, transmitted by taps on the wrist. We compared strategies for a broken keytar. I was staring at it all day. Cleaned the whole thing with a toothbrush, doused the battery compartment in WD-40, but it still did this weird chirp out of nowhere every once in a while. I think it still does, actually. I guess we never found a solution. We went for a little walk to take our minds off it. If I sound hesitant or something, it's just... When I met you, we were nothing, just these little gray shadows. And we grew, filled in, and we did all that together. Ezra, sure, he's just a kid, but he's already a person. What would that do to our system? Our chemistry? We stepped outside into the warm night air. There's a horse tied up in the parking lot. We wanted to go find him some food. We wandered between some low houses and came out onto an empty street. Hey, I got the masters for the new record back from Lazar. They're okay, but What? You listen to them without me? You're at the arcade. I didn't want to throw off your pinball game. Oh, okay. Anyway, there are a few spots where the strings distort a little, and the whole thing has way too much reverb. But overall, it sounds pretty good. The new drum machine fits right into the mix. Nice. The only question is how to do it live. I can't control the drum machine and sing and dance at the same time, and you've got your hands full of guitar. There's a playground across the street. You sat on a bench. Put my head on your shoulder. We heard soft music from a car radio, but couldn't see the car. Must have been around the corner or down an alley or something. You tapped your foot and hummed. I made up lyrics, but didn't say them out loud. We got back to the greenhouse just as Clara was turning up. She relaxed her shoulders, took a deep breath, raised both hands into their precise positions, and the room started shaking. Clara hit a note that made glass rattle in sympathy, perfect 2 octaves lower. She looked like a sorceress, tearing down the building with an effortless wave and incredible focus, coaxing the empty air into some kind of moaning, rattling demon. That's the thing about the theremin. It's the only instrument you never touch. I could see a wave of concern propagating through the greenhouse. People looking up at the trembling glass ceiling, looking at each other to see if anyone else was worried, trying to catch Clara's eye and discern if she was doing it on purpose or not, if she were really trying to bury us all in glass. I'm just saying, maybe we could use a third pair of hands up there. Oh! Think you could teach that kid to play a drum machine? Ma'am, I could teach a dog to play a drum machine. Well, that'll be our backup plan. It was a tense 5 minutes. We, the audience, alternated between fearing for our lives and lamenting hers that could have given her the kind of emotional experience to play this devastating song. Then slowly, gently, Clara's hands came to rest. The theremin went quiet. The glass stopped rattling, and the room relaxed, unharmed. Been a photographer once. I mean, one in particular. She even took my portrait. Can't imagine why. Said it would immortalize me. That was a metaphor, of course. It meant I'd never be forgotten. She was disembarking not far from here, actually. The film fell out of her bag and was borne away by the current. I was working on deck at the time. She shot me a sad, apologetic glance, but I wasn't bothered. It's no shame. Be forgotten. Act 4, Scene 11. Silo of Late Reflections. What's this place like? Dogwood Drive. It's in a small town or... I really don't know. I got the manifest the old man in his truck here. My set's antiques. Mail order delivery. No return address. Shipping address. 5 Dogwood Drive. Packing list. Then it's just numbers. Guess the inventory numbers of the antiques he was supposed to be delivering. Anyway, I'm glad you're coming with us. Yes, I'm always eager to see more of the country, and I enjoy the company. I'll have to find a bus or train to get on to Nashville by evening. Well, they have buses everywhere, right? Or hey, I could drive you to Nashville. Seems I have a truck now, only... How are we going to get it up these stairs? That's quite a staircase. Is there something we could do with rope? Sure, I can think of a few things. Nothing that'll get the truck up the staircase, though. Looks like we're making the rest of this trip on foot. Is it safe to just leave the truck here? Sure. I don't think anyone but us could get it started again. All right, Cricket, let's get this delivery packed up and tied into bundles. We're hiking it upstairs. What's in there? Antiques, I guess. Antiques. The antiques are... It's like junk, but people will pay for it. Oh! Sorry, I guess we'll be taking the bus after all. It's okay. It'll be an adventure. Shannon sighs and stretches. Tired? Don't worry, lady. We're almost there. End of Act 4. You believe it? We are 3 parts away from the end of this game already. Whew. That act hit harder than most, I think. How much things change. I'll see you next time.